You might think you know Quad Webb, the dazzling star of red carpets, the queen of reality TV glam, the woman whose smile lights up every camera. But what if I told you that behind all that sparkle, her life is hanging by a thread? Yes, you heard me right. While fans are scrolling through her flawless selfies, while Bravo and VH1 are busy airing every love and hip-hop drama she stars in, the truth, the real truth, is something nobody saw coming. Jaguar Wright, yes, the Jaguar Wright, finally broke the silence, and what she revealed will make you question everything you thought you knew about Quad. How deep does the rabbit hole go? How much of her life has been controlled, manipulated, and monitored behind the glitz and glamour? And who really benefits from keeping Quad trapped in a web of personal, financial, and professional chaos? We're talking secret alliances, leaked records, and whispers so scandalous that ABC, BBC, E! News, and every gossip column in Hollywood would have collectively fainted if they saw them. So buckle up. Grab your popcorn and hold on to your hats, because what you're about to hear isn't just shocking, it's the kind of explosive revelation that changes the way you see every perfect moment of her life. Are you ready to dive in? Because Quad Webb's world? It's about to implode. You think you know Quad Webb, right? The reality TV darling, the smile that can light up a room. The woman whose life looks like it's been plucked straight out of a Bravo montage, glamorous parties, red carpet appearances, flawless selfies, and a life of luxury. But let me tell you something. What we see on screen is a carefully curated illusion, and behind that glittering facade, her life is unraveling in ways that would make even the most hardened Hollywood insiders stop and gasp. Jaguar Wright has finally spoken up, and the words she's sharing? They aren't just tea, they're a storm. It all starts with control. Not the fun kind of reality TV control where you manipulate a storyline or create drama for ratings. No, this is the kind of control that creeps into every corner of your existence. Every move Quad makes, every post she uploads, every interview she gives has been meticulously monitored and influenced by people whose names you might recognize, and others you wouldn't want to cross. Cecil Whitmore's name comes up again and again. The so-called friend and advisor, the one who's been quietly shaping her public image, orchestrating appearances, and allegedly pulling strings behind closed doors. Sources claim that Whitmore's influence doesn't stop at PR strategy or social media posts. It stretches into personal relationships, business decisions, and even her emotional responses. Imagine having every reaction you've ever had dissected, criticized, and strategically manipulated. That's the life Quad allegedly finds herself trapped in. And then there's Kirk King, a name that, for insiders, carries more than just past romantic entanglements. Reports, whispers, and sources close to the situation suggest that their relationship ended with more than heartbreak. It ended with chaos. Financial agreements, personal betrayals, and late-night confrontations that allegedly left Quad questioning who she could trust. Friends close to her say that the aftermath of that split left her not only emotionally drained, but also exposed to a network of people eager to exploit vulnerabilities for profit, for influence, for control. Some insiders hint that this was no ordinary breakup, it was a catalyst, a trigger that set off a chain reaction of manipulation, public speculation, and private chaos that continues to this day. But it's not just personal drama. We're talking about a system that profits off her image, her reputation, and her very life story. Every event she attends, every video she posts, every public smile analyzed, monetized, and allegedly strategically timed by those around her. Leaked reports, supposedly from her management files, indicate that huge sums of her finances are channeled into strategic appearances and PR campaigns, leaving her with little control over her own money. The lavish lifestyle, the designer clothes, the photo-ready moments, all of it may have a darker cost behind the curtain. Some say she's living in a gilded cage, where freedom is measured in headlines, not actual choice. Social media adds another layer of pressure, of course. Every photo, every story, every clip from a recent red carpet appearance is scrutinized, dissected, and turned into a narrative sometimes flattering, sometimes malicious. Fans cheer for her successes, but somewhere in the shadows, analysts, bloggers, and gossip columnists are spinning every movement into a storyline that keeps the clicks coming. Imagine being watched 24/7, knowing that even the slightest smirk or hesitation could be blown up into scandal. That's the reality insiders suggest that Quad navigates daily. Every laugh captured on camera could be read as a coded message, every outfit interpreted as a power move. And in Hollywood, perception is often more powerful than truth. Now, let's add another layer. According to whispers that have been circulating in industry circles for months, there are leaked documents from decades ago, 1995. To be precise, medical and personal records that some claim shed light on Quad's emotional and mental well-being. Jaguar Wright hinted at these leaks, and while details are scarce, the implications are enough to make anyone pause. Imagine personal, private information resurfacing in an environment already stacked against you, in a world where every misstep is amplified and every vulnerability is a headline. For Quad, this isn't just a story. It's a daily battle between what she shows the world and what she's forced to endure behind closed doors. Friends and family reportedly try to provide support, but even they admit it's like throwing a life preserver into a hurricane. The combination of public scrutiny, personal betrayal, and professional manipulation is suffocating. Every small victory is temporary, a fleeting moment before another leak, another rumor, another social media controversy threatens to pull her under. And while Bravo and VH1 continue to air reality TV episodes that make it all look glamorous and fun, the truth behind those scenes is reportedly far more intense. Sources close to the situation paint a picture of Quad being caught in a web of allegiances, obligations, and manipulations. Cecil Whitmore's influence is said to extend into testing loyalties, ensuring that alliances remain tight, and that any deviation from the narrative could have consequences. Some insiders whisper about covert alliances, secret meetings, and power plays that make even seasoned Hollywood executives raise an eyebrow. The stakes are high, and according to Jaguar Wright, the pressure on Quad is unrelenting. It's a delicate dance where every misstep is magnified, and every decision carries ramifications far beyond what the public sees. And let's not forget the financial angle. Allegedly, huge portions of Quad's income are funneled into what insiders call strategic investments in image and appearance, whether it's arranging high-profile events, coordinating PR campaigns, or even staging social media posts for maximum impact. Sources suggest that the control over her own resources is limited. Imagine working day and night to build your brand, only to find that those around you are dictating how your money is spent, how your image is presented, and even how you express yourself publicly. For someone like Quad, it's a life where freedom and autonomy are negotiable, and every choice is scrutinized for profit and influence. Meanwhile, the public reaction is relentless. Social media platforms explode with theories, fan speculation, and criticism. One day, a post about a new project is praised. The next, it's overanalyzed for hidden meaning or personal drama. Jaguar Wright's revelations have ignited a storm, with fans debating who is responsible for what, and whether Quad will ever reclaim the life that's allegedly been manipulated and micromanaged from every angle. Some defend her resilience, calling her a survivor navigating a cutthroat industry. Others speculate about scandalous alliances and secret deals that no one outside Hollywood could even imagine. This is where the story gets even more intense. According to sources that claim insider knowledge, the scrutiny isn't just professional, it's personal. Every friendship is tested, every family relationship evaluated, and every romantic involvement potentially weaponized by those seeking to maintain influence over her. Kirk King's past relationship with Quad is repeatedly referenced, allegedly used as leverage to ensure compliance and to monitor emotional stability. Allegedly, even casual acquaintances are assessed for loyalty. It's not just reality TV drama, it's a psychological chess game, and Quad Webb is said to be navigating it under extreme pressure. And let's not ignore the media frenzy. News, ABC, BBC, Bravo, VH1, every outlet has contributed to the amplification of the drama. Every leaked document, every rumor, every whisper of manipulation is turned into content, dissected for clicks and engagement. Imagine your personal life turned into a narrative for mass consumption, with every detail dissected, every facial expression analyzed, every public appearance evaluated for hidden meaning. Sources suggest that the combined effective media attention and alleged internal manipulation has created an environment where Quad's life feels like a constant reality TV episode, but one where she's not in control of the script. Fans, of course, have their own reactions. Some express sympathy, sending prayers and support across social media. Others speculate wildly, creating fan theories that intertwine fact and fiction, spreading like wildfire. Jaguar Wright's revelations have added fuel to the fire. Raising questions about the ethics of management, the limits of influence, and the often unseen pressures of reality TV stardom. The intensity of public scrutiny, combined with alleged internal pressures, paints a picture of a star at the edge, one whose every move is magnified and manipulated in ways that are both shocking and, some insiders say, heartbreaking. And just when you think it can't get any worse. Insiders claim there are hidden alliances and power plays in Cecil Whitmore's circle that extend beyond Hollywood optics. Loyalty tests, strategic positioning, and even subtle emotional manipulation are allegedly part of the daily reality. Sources close to Jaguar Wright hint at a network of influence that monitors not only Quad's professional actions, but her personal decisions, creating a high-stakes environment where even a casual misstep could ripple into public scandal. So, where does that leave Quad? Webb, friends, and family attempt to provide support, but the combination of leaked documents, alleged manipulation, and relentless media attention creates a storm that's impossible to ignore. Every step she takes is a calculation, every public appearance a performance, and every private moment potentially at risk of exposure. Jaguar Wright's disclosure doesn't just lift the curtain, it exposes the raw and often brutal machinery behind Hollywood's glitz, and the ways in which it can entrap even the most seemingly untouchable stars. And as the fans scroll, as the outlets dissect, as Bravo and VH1 air their latest episodes portraying a life of glamour and control, the reality remains. Quad Webb's world is more precarious than anyone imagined. Jaguar Wright's revelations have made it clear what seems like luxury, freedom, and celebrity isn't always what it appears to be. There are threads being pulled, alliances being tested, and a star trying desperately to navigate a web of influence, manipulation, and constant observation. The question now is not whether we will continue to watch. It's whether Quad Webb herself will survive this storm unscathed. Will she find a way to reclaim autonomy over her life, her career, her money, and her emotional well-being? Or will the combined pressures of management control, media scrutiny, and personal betrayal slowly chip away at her until the world witnesses an unraveling none of us can ignore? Jaguar Wright's revelations have just scratched the surface, and insiders say what comes next could redefine everything we thought we knew about reality TV, celebrity, and the true cost of fame. And just as we think we might be approaching answers, the leaks continue. Alleged text messages, private recordings, and confidential memos emerge in whispers, fueling speculation and raising the stakes even higher. Every new revelation paints a darker, more complicated picture, one where allegiances shift, motives are questioned, and the line between friend and foe blurs in ways that are nothing short of shocking. Fans and insiders alike are left on edge, wondering which revelation will come next, and how far this drama will go before the full story is told. As the dust from Jaguar Wright's initial revelations begins to settle, the world of Quad Webb is starting to look less like reality TV fantasy and more like a pressure cooker ready to explode. Sources say that the leaks are not random, they're strategic, calculated, and meant to control the narrative, making every move Quad makes a public spectacle. Imagine waking up every day knowing that even your private texts, your emotional struggles, and your personal finances could be dissected in headlines by ABC, E! News, or even Bravo drama segments. That's the reality insiders claim Quad faces, and the tension is palpable, anonymous. Industry sources have described what they call a labyrinth of control, a network of power that allegedly keeps Quad under constant surveillance. Every meeting, every public appearance, every red carpet smile is orchestrated not just for media impact, but allegedly to test loyalties and maintain influence. Cecil Whitmore's name keeps coming up. Allegedly, he's not just managing PR or branding. He's controlling relationships, monitoring interactions, and orchestrating alliances that shape not only her career, but her personal life. Imagine someone with the power to manipulate your every choice while everyone around you smiles and pretends it's normal. That's the kind of pressure Quad is said to be navigating. Then there's Kirk King. Friends and insiders claim that his past relationship with Quad isn't just history, allegedly. It's a card that has been repeatedly played in the background, influencing business decisions, creating tension with allies, and keeping her constantly on edge. Some sources hint at clandestine conversations and secret agreements meant to shape her behavior or monitor her emotional responses. Whether this is manipulation or sheer control, it's clear that this chapter of her life continues to cast a shadow, and the alleged ramifications are only intensifying with each passing week. Social media has become a battlefield. Every post is analyzed, every live appearance scrutinized. Fans, bloggers, and so-called experts dissect Quad's body language, her tone, even her wardrobe choices, searching for hidden messages or indications of emotional turmoil. View 1 and Bravo's reality segments don't help. They amplify every rumor, turning personal struggle into entertainment. One insider told us it's like she's living in a fishbowl with glass walls she didn't agree to, and according to leaked commentary supposedly circulating among her team, the pressure to perform, to maintain an image of perfection, is relentless. No one gets a break, not even a private moment. Let's talk about the finances. Allegedly, enormous sums are being funneled into strategic appearances, PR campaigns, and image management. Some insiders claim Quad has limited access to her own resources, leaving her dependent on others for decisions that most people would take for granted. The rumor mill suggests that extravagant spending, luxury purchases, and even surprise media placements are often more about controlling perception than celebrating success. A source close to Jaguar Wright reportedly said, "It's a gilded cage, pure and simple. Quad is brilliant, talented, and creative, but she's playing by rules she didn't write, in a game she didn't even want to enter." Public reaction is a storm of speculation. On social media, fans have split into camps. Some express outrage, flooding platforms with messages demanding answers and prayers. Others speculate about manipulations and secret alliances, some even creating elaborate theories about who is truly pulling the strings. The narrative has become larger than reality TV itself. It's a multi-layered drama spanning gossip outlets, YouTube commentary, and even news coverage from ABC and BBC, who are now monitoring this web of intrigue with equal fascination. One shocking claim from an anonymous source alleges that Cecil Whitmore's influence stretches into testing the loyalty of everyone in Quad's circle. Friends, family, even casual acquaintances are reportedly monitored for signs of disloyalty, and the consequences of deviation aren't public, but insiders hint they're not trivial. Allegedly, one high-profile associate was removed from a project for questioning a suggested decision, leaving the impression that resistance comes at a price. Combine that with leaked documents, whispered alliances, and Jaguar Wright's disclosures, and you have a picture of a system designed to maintain absolute control while maintaining a veneer of normalcy. Fans aren't the only ones reacting. Hollywood insiders and sources close to production have weighed in, suggesting that the manipulation goes far beyond what viewers see on screen. Allegedly, strategic partnerships show appearances, And even minor publicity events are meticulously designed to shape public perception, all while keeping Quad in a highly managed, high-pressure environment. One source allegedly stated, "Every smile is measured, every laugh is rehearsed, every tear is timed. While it may sound exaggerated, those following the unfolding saga argue it fits a clear pattern of systematic control, drama, and high-stakes manipulation. The drama isn't just external. Allegedly, internal disputes within her management team and advisors have added layers of stress. Conflicting agendas, covert alliances, and whispered power plays create an environment where decisions are never simple and trust is a rare commodity." Insider reports claim that every step of Quad's career, from project selection to public appearances, has been scrutinized for how it will reflect on the team controlling the narrative. The stakes are so high that even minor errors or unplanned moves are interpreted as threats or breaches of strategy, with ripple effects that reportedly extend into both her personal and professional life, adding fuel to the fire. Some of Jaguar Wright's revelations suggest that leaked personal documents, private communications, and confidential files are not just relics, they're tools. Allegedly, they have been used to influence decisions, manipulate emotions, and even test loyalty among those closest to Quad. Imagine trying to maintain composure, professionalism, and authenticity while knowing that the past and present of your private life are being weaponized as part of an ongoing strategy of control. It's a scenario that insiders describe as relentless, suffocating, and unprecedented, and the public sees only fragments, carefully packaged for entertainment. Meanwhile, Bravo and VH1 continue to broadcast the reality TV episodes that make her life look glossy and glamorous, creating a stark contrast between what the public sees and what insiders claim is happening behind closed doors. Allegedly, there's a tension between appearances and reality, between curated smiles and private struggles. Fans watch the drama unfold on screen, oblivious to the layers of emotional manipulation, financial control, and surveillance purportedly at play. Some insiders say it's like watching a live chess game where the queen doesn't know she's being maneuvered. Every move dictated by unseen hands. The public reaction online has grown even more feverish since Jaguar Wright spoke out. Hashtags supporting Quad have trended, while simultaneously sparking debates about manipulation, agency, and responsibility. Anonymous commentary on fan pages claims that the industry's fascination with controlling stars like Quad is not new, but the intensity is unprecedented. One comment that went viral reportedly said, "We love the drama, but at what cost?" Quad is a star, but even stars bleed. The sentiment reflects the collective curiosity and concern that fans and insiders alike feel as they watch the story evolve. Leaked images, supposed text messages, and snippets of recordings have reportedly emerged as well. While authenticity is impossible to confirm, the impact is undeniable. Fans dissect every detail, searching for clues, creating narratives, and fueling speculation. Insider chatter suggests that these leaks are carefully timed to maintain interest, control perception, and, allegedly, to keep Quad in a state of continuous public pressure. Some even claim that the leaks serve to reinforce alliances within her team, testing loyalty and maintaining a hierarchy of influence, and just when you think the storm can intensify. Insiders claim there are unseen alliances and hidden agendas that make Hollywood intrigue look tame. Allegedly, covert meetings, strategic positioning, and subtle psychological tactics are in play, ensuring that the person at the center Quad Webb remains under surveillance and influence. Every ally, every friend, every partner becomes a potential pawn or obstacle in a high-stakes game that insiders describe as both brilliant and brutal. The fallout, even at this stage, is creating seismic waves. Public scrutiny, financial manipulation, leaked documents, and emotional pressure are combining to form what insiders call a perfect storm. Fans speculate, tabloids amplify, and news outlets like E! News, ABC, and BBC monitor the saga with fascination. The question hanging over all of it: how much longer can Quad maintain composure, dignity, and control when every aspect of her life is being strategically observed and manipulated. The tension is so high that even minor events are amplified into major talking points. A casual brunch photo, a social media post, or an interview quote can be dissected, analyzed, and turned into a narrative that spreads across platforms instantly. According to some insider commentary, this relentless pressure creates a cycle where Quad's public persona and private reality are increasingly misaligned, and every reaction becomes fodder for speculation and rumor. The landscape is further complicated by alliances within Cecil Whitmore's network. Allegedly, there are tests of loyalty, subtle pressure tactics, and manipulations designed to maintain control over everyone connected to Quad, from business associates to personal friends. Sources suggest that these tactics are not just about professional management, they're about psychological influence, ensuring that Quad's actions align with the desired narrative, even when it conflicts with her own instincts or, so here we are, deep in the middle of what some are calling the most intense reality TV scandal of the year. Jaguar Wright's revelations have peeled back layers that fans didn't even know existed. The alleged web of control, manipulation, financial oversight, and emotional pressure is staggering, and the public can only watch, speculate, and react. Bravo and VH1 continue to air episodes that mask the chaos, but insiders insist the tension behind the scenes is real, palpable, and escalating, and just when you think the story might settle, more whispers, more leaks, and more speculation emerge, keeping fans and insiders on the edge of their seats. What was once a story about glitz, glam, and reality TV fame has allegedly become a narrative about survival, control, and manipulation. The lines between personal freedom, public image, and industry influence are blurred, leaving Quad Webb navigating a minefield where every step could ignite the next viral headline. It's a delicate balance. Insiders say a constant struggle to maintain dignity, sanity, and control in an environment where every choice is scrutinized, every alliance tested, and every reaction potentially weaponized. Jaguar Wright's disclosures only scratch the surface, but they've already ignited speculation, concern, and, for some, outrage. And as leaks, rumors, and analysis continue to circulate, the question lingers: how long can Quad Webb survive in this storm before everything unravels completely? The storm surrounding Quad Webb shows no sign of slowing down. What started as whispers and leaked hints has reportedly exploded into a full-blown crisis, one that insiders claim could redefine reality TV scandals as we know them. Allegedly, the layers of control, manipulation, and scrutiny have reached levels that are almost cinematic in scale. Think a Bravo episode scripted by shadowy advisors with hidden agendas, every move choreographed, every emotion analyzed, and every relationship weaponized. Jaguar Wright's revelations are just the tip of the iceberg, and the deeper you look, the darker the story becomes. Public pressure is intense. Fans on social media are divided between outrage, sympathy, and obsessive speculation. Hashtags trend, theories circulate, and every leaked text, alleged conversation, or behind-the-scenes snippet becomes instant content free. News, ABC, BBC, and even international outlets. What insiders are calling a media tsunami has turned Quad's private life into a public spectacle. One anonymous source claimed it's like watching a reality star in a psychological experiment where the audience gets to vote on her every decision without her consent. And in Hollywood, they say perception often outweighs reality. Financial manipulation allegedly compounds the chaos. Sources claim that enormous sums of Quad's earnings are being funneled into strategic appearances, PR campaigns, and high-profile events designed not just to boost her image, but to maintain a certain narrative, a narrative controlled by Cecil Whitmore and other key players behind the scenes. Insider chatter suggests that her autonomy over money, career decisions, and even personal choices is limited. Every red carpet appearance, every Instagram post, every seemingly spontaneous smile is allegedly orchestrated, timed, and monetized, leaving Quad trapped in what one source described as a gilded cage of her own success. Relationships add another layer of intrigue. Kirk King's past involvement is not just personal. Insiders claim it's been weaponized in subtle, almost surgical ways. Allegedly, his history with Quad has been leveraged to test alliances, create tension, and monitor emotional stability. Friends and associates aren't immune either. Whispers of loyalty tests, secret meetings, and covert influence paint a picture of a high-stakes environment where trust is fragile and betrayal can have consequences. Sources close to the situation claim that even casual acquaintances are sometimes evaluated for allegiance, blurring the line between personal friendship and strategic maneuvering. The media frenzy only escalates the drama. According to sources, Bravo and VH1 continue to package Quad's life as entertainment, but insiders suggest that the reality behind the scenes is far more intense. Leaks, supposed confidential documents, and private communications allegedly surface with alarming frequency, fueling speculation and keeping fans and critics on edge. News and ABC segments dissect every new post, every rumored alliance, and every public appearance, amplifying the tension and turning private struggle into a viral narrative. Jaguar Wright's disclosures have made it clear that this isn't just a reality show, it's a high-stakes, multi-layered drama unfolding in real time, with real consequences. One anonymous insider claimed that Cecil Whitmore's influence reaches into nearly every aspect of Quad's life, from project selection to social appearances, from emotional reactions to personal relationships. Allegedly, nothing escapes his oversight. Allegedly, loyalty tests, subtle psychological manipulation, and covert alliances are constantly in play, keeping Quad in a precarious balance between autonomy and control. Sources describe a delicate ecosystem where even minor missteps can trigger public scrutiny, media outrage, and internal fallout. It's a pressure cooker designed to maintain power while presenting the illusion of freedom, a concept that insiders say Quad is forced to navigate daily. The fallout isn't just personal, it's professional, too. Leaked reports suggest that disputes within management, competing agendas, and covert alliances have created a high-stakes environment where one wrong move could jeopardize contracts, projects, or public credibility. Fans speculate endlessly, creating their own narratives that blur the line between truth and fiction. But insiders say the real drama is far from over. Allegedly, the combination of media attention, strategic manipulation, and financial oversight has placed Quad Webb in the eye of a storm with no clear exit strategy. Public reaction continues to surge. Social media is ablaze with theories, reactions, and demands for answers. Some fans express outrage, insisting that Quad deserves autonomy over her own life. Others speculate wildly about secret deals, alliances, and the true extent of control being exercised behind the scenes. Insider chatter suggests that the scrutiny is so pervasive, that even minor actions, what most would consider routine, are amplified into scandalous stories, adding pressure to an already complex and stressful situation. Legal implications, while speculative, are beginning to surface. Sources hint that contractual obligations, PR manipulation, and leaked documents could open doors to lawsuits, financial disputes, or even formal investigations. Industry insiders whisper about potential probes into management practices, allegations of emotional manipulation, and financial oversight that may have overstepped boundaries. The scenario is unfolding like a multi-layered thriller, with each revelation building suspense, tension, and stakes that feel both personal and systemic. One insider said, Quad is brilliant, resilient, and talented, but the forces around her are relentless. Every day is a negotiation of survival, allegedly. Her network of advisors, friends, and family are trying to offer support. But the intensity of public scrutiny, coupled with behind-the-scenes manipulation, has made even ordinary moments of peace almost impossible. Every appearance, every statement, every reaction is carefully calculated, according to insiders. And even the smallest deviations can trigger amplified reactions across social media, news outlets, and within the industry itself. Jaguar Wright's revelations have shed light on a system that few outside Hollywood truly understand. Allegedly, this isn't just about one celebrity's personal and professional struggles, it's about the machinery of influence, manipulation, and control that drives reality TV stardom. Every relationship, every alliance, every financial decision is under scrutiny, allegedly engineered for maximum impact and minimum resistance. Sources describe an environment that is equal parts strategic, psychological, and performative, leaving Quad in a position where every choice has amplified consequences. The combination of social pressure, financial manipulation, and emotional surveillance reportedly creates a cycle that insiders describe as suffocating. One anonymous source said, "It's not just reality TV, it's a game where the rules are constantly changing. And the queen doesn't know she's being moved across the board like a chess piece," allegedly. The tension is so intense that even small victories are fleeting, overshadowed by leaks, strategic alliances, and public speculation. And then there's the public fallout. Fans are polarized. Some express concern, sending prayers, messages, and support, while others dissect every possible angle, creating viral threads, theories, and even campaigns that aim to decode Quad's life. Allegedly, this constant cycle of speculation and analysis intensifies pressure, keeping Quad in a continuous state of public scrutiny. The media coverage is relentless. ABC, BBC, News, Bravo, and VH1 are all reportedly tracking developments, turning each revelation into headlines, each rumor into a segment, and each fan reaction into viral content, even casual developments. Insiders suggest can have ripple effects. A brunch with friends, a social media story, a red carpet appearance all become fodder for speculation, analysis, and narrative building. Allegedly, every interaction, every public smile, every emotional expression is dissected and repackaged, creating a relentless feedback loop that maintains tension and amplifies scrutiny. Some sources claim that even strategic silence is interpreted as a statement, with consequences for both public perception and internal relationships. So, where does this leave Quad Webb? Jaguar Wright's disclosures, combined with alleged insider accounts, paint a picture of a star navigating a labyrinth of control, manipulation, and scrutiny. Financial oversight, personal relationships, media amplification, and emotional manipulation allegedly intersect to create an environment where autonomy is limited, pressure is constant, and freedom is conditional. Fans and insiders alike are watching as the drama unfolds, aware that every revelation, every leak, every insider tip could redefine the story once again. The stakes are high. Allegedly, hidden alliances, loyalty tests, and strategic positioning continue to shape not only Quad's public image, but her personal choices as well. Insider commentary suggests that every move, every decision, every interaction is analyzed for alignment with overarching narratives, whether for personal gain, control, or influence. Sources hint that this creates a delicate balance, a tension-filled environment where one misstep could have consequences that ripple across her personal and professional life. And just as you think you might understand the story, new layers of intrigue emerge. Allegedly, leaked communications, private recordings, and confidential memos continue to surface, fueling speculation, creating debate, and keeping both fans and insiders on edge. The narrative is dynamic, constantly shifting, and full of unpredictable developments. Jaguar Wright's revelations, while groundbreaking, are only the beginning. The full story, insiders suggest, is still being revealed. One leak at a time, one scandal at a time, one calculated move after another. In short, the pressure on Quad Webb is unlike anything most of us could imagine. Allegedly trapped in a network of influence, scrutiny, and manipulation, she is forced to navigate a high-stakes world where her every action is monitored, analyzed, and interpreted. Social media, news outlets, insiders, and fans alike contribute to a maelstrom of attention that is both intoxicating and suffocating. Jaguar Wright's disclosures have illuminated the extremes of this pressure, revealing a reality that is both shocking and deeply compelling. And as the world watches, the big question remains: can Quad Webb reclaim control of her life, her career, and her emotional well-being? Will she survive the labyrinth of manipulation, media scrutiny, and personal betrayal? Or is this a slow, deliberate unraveling that the public will witness in real time, piece by piece? The next chapter, insiders warn, could change everything. Alleged legal probes, financial disputes, and escalating public backlash are reportedly on the horizon. Some speculate about resignations, contract terminations, and unprecedented scrutiny from both media and the industry itself. Fans, meanwhile, are glued to every development, sharing theories, debating motives, and sending prayers in a public show of solidarity. The tension, insiders claim, is only growing, and the fallout could be monumental. Stay tuned, because, according to sources, what you've seen so far is just the beginning. Jaguar Wright has opened the door, and what comes next may redefine reality TV scandals forever. Quad Webb's world is teetering on the edge, and the storm is far from over. So, what does all of this mean for Quad Webb? Is she going to finally break free from the web of control, manipulation, and constant scrutiny? Or are we witnessing a slow, unstoppable unraveling of one of reality TV's brightest stars? Will Cecil Whitmore's influence continue to dominate every move she makes? Could leaked documents, financial oversight, and hidden alliances finally push her to the edge? These are questions nobody can answer yet, but one thing is clear: this story isn't over, and the stakes are higher than ever, and here's where you come in. We want to know what you think. Do you believe Quad has the strength to reclaim her life, or is this a system so powerful that even a star like her can't escape? Who do you think is really pulling the strings behind the scenes? And what's your take on Jaguar Wright's shocking revelations, truth, exaggeration, or something even darker? Hit that like button if you're shocked, comment below with your theories. And don't forget to subscribe for more breaking truths straight from the Hollywood underworld. Because trust me, if you thought this was the drama, the next chapter is going to leave you speechless. Stay tuned, the story of Quad Webb is far from finished. Quad Webb is far from finished.